beautiful family. Just thank you so much for the love and support. It is so greatly appreciated. We're all doing big reflections right now. We're seeing things for what they truly are. It's just like veils are being ripped off right now. So you're able to see what is taking place. What are the things you need to pay attention to and allow yourself to make choices on what needs to stay and what needs to break away. So, with that being said, much love to all. Namaste. Love and blessings, love and light, and many blessings are definitely coming your way. And if you have been in my videos for a while and have not already, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm about to upload my next video. Also, if you're comfortable enough, drop me a line or two. I would love the chance to get to know you as much as you're getting to know me, even if it's about the positive feedback of the content of my videos, or you're just up telling me about your empathic gift that impacted your life and heading you towards a positive direction. And if you feel like the videos are very informative, give you good vibes, good inspiration that you would love to share with loved ones, family, or friends, please go ahead and do so. And while you're at it, or even my fellow empaths, y'all messed up, sorry. Holy empaths, that are going through, you know, uh, a hard time right now. If they need spiritual guidance or needing confirmation or validation towards life path or even soul purposes, please go ahead and share. And while you're at it, give your girl a thumbs up, like, and also share on your social media favorites wherever you see fit. Thank you for the love and support. It's so appreciated. And I hope that you're able to resonate with the content of my video. Music, calm music, meditation, Reiki music, healing, sleep. And I will post that link in the description box below. Y'all, my lighting seems crazy. I try to have like 3 lights on so it doesn't look so out of place. See my light, this is very crazy to me because see the TV is not changing. This is not really changing, but yet around here is like purple. Even though my hair is purple, it's like the lights around me is like shifting because I feel my energy changing. So if the lighting gets all kind of Willy Wonka for a minute, it's the energy that I'm carrying. So it's good energy. So I'm glad about cutting cords to lonely, low self-esteem of others. They show the ego is starving, direct them to a mirror. It is so true. There's people that have been in our life that's been placed in our lives. And when I say I'm peeping game, I'm peeping game. Even when it's coming indirectly at me, I'm still seeing what's taking place because at times I'm like, duh, why didn't you see this before? And it's just like you're always trying to figure out things, but a lot of times things have to go in increments. You have to experience things. You have to understand the life lessons that's taking place, being able to see it not just in one way, but different ways, allowing yourself to change the perspective on how you're seeing it in a positive way. There's things that, people may rub in your face. There's things that, you'll see others get and they have no problem with breaking their neck to make sure that they got it. A lot of times, and when they're doing that, when they keep trying to tell you about things, they letting their self-esteem is so daggone low, like scraping to the bottom of the barrel low. Um, and their self-esteem is needing, that ego of self-esteem is really needing to be fed by them. They're used to other people that don't see what's taking place, so they feed into that. When you have to allow yourself to really see what's taking place, sometimes you got to act like you don't even comprehend what you're saying. It's like my level is higher than yours, so I'm not really understanding the frequency trying to project towards me. So you need to level up because it's just like we all have some sort of insecurity uh at times, but these are the perfect times for you to be able to allow yourselves to break away of that insecurity. Everything that has taken place was there for a reason. Everything that you have endured was for a very, very good reason. Things that has came to you sideways was supposed to be that thing that strengthens you. A lot of times when we see things, we don't quite yet understand it, but you have to go, a little bit further down the path for you to actually understand what is taking place. And you're cutting cords away from that. It's just like when they're going through these things, you have to allow yourself to go. I'm like, come on, let's go. I'll show you. Give me a minute. And to put them right in front of a big ass mirror. It's like, you see that? Look at you. You tell yourself to give you all the daggone reassurance you need, all that validation you're looking to seek from other people instead of in yourself. This is what you need to do. Because it's like when people need to do that, and it's sad that you can be going through things and it can really pull on your emotions. Like, why does this have to keep happening to me? Why, even the most evil doingest people are getting basically treated for, getting, treatment, special treatment, just for you being doggish, just for you being negative, or you're allowing yourself to smear in people's face what, they have earned but not yet received. But, they've done that. And it was just funny. And then made me think about because I sent a couple of people that I know on Facebook Messenger, and it was so daggone funny. I was watching Mimi. If you're watching this video, thank you. I'm still keep on saying thank you for showing me Shula's. I think he's a funeral director. That's already showing you something. He a funeral director, but he a side comedian at the same time. I'm like, oh my god, those two things can mix. But yeah, and somebody had sent him a video of this girl on the gram. I guess she must have got a stimulus check, and you just seeing her just in her car just straight posting on the gram. Got all these 20s that look like she got probably about $2,000-3,000 or maybe even $600. I don't know. So, and her dumb ass had enough nerve to have that window rolled down. Tell me why somebody sit up here and snatch that money. Like, oh, somebody took my damn money. That's what the hell you get. You should have just took that money, gone and kept it quiet. Go ahead and pay them bills and keep it moving. Now, if you want to do the hip hop parade dance in your house, you do that. But it's just so, I already feel like people that are not used to having things is a different between you're pressing towards your goal, pressing towards your goal, and people are along your journey, and then you finally get the blessings that you have truly been asking for, and that's different. But when you're posting stuff like that just to be smearing it in somebody's face, you know that's ego driven. That ego got smacked down real quick. Now you better hope your dumb ass sit up here and get another check. Because you just sit up here and did that. And I said I hope the girl get her money back, but I know there was people on the gram that probably was straight hating on her, but then all of a sudden they'll sit up here and got her money snatched. You don't do stuff like that. I hate when I see people on different social medias. It's like, if you got that blessing, you got that blessing. But then a lot of people are trying to understand why they get robbed when they keep doing that. Prime example, Kim Kardashian. It's good when you can be able to be blessed with a good life like that. Now, if you're, I don't, see that, not just saying just the negative things that I see her do, but I also give her props for the good things that she's doing for other people, especially when it comes to the when she's helping free prisoners, and helping them being able to get jobs after getting out of jail and prison and stuff like that, because it's really hard to do. So I give her props on that. But it's just like, everybody doesn't need to know every single thing you have. If you're blessed with that, that's fine. Is nobility when you can go ahead and do different things for people under the radar. So it's not like you're getting recognition for doing something good. You should always be able to do it, not just because somebody's looking, but it's all about that. It's just like certain things that has been popping up about my dad that is very beautiful. And I keep telling him, I said, I'm so proud of you, Daddy. I'm just so proud, because it was some guy that had a really high, you know, um, hospital bill. My dad went ahead and privately paid all off his debt, and just doing that. And he's that type of person that has really helped other people. He sent Martin's mom, uh, a big monetary gift just to be able to help her out, with everything that was going on about her son. And I still feel a certain type of way for that. That man shouldn't even be walking out on the street. No problem, no disrespect towards Florida, but I don't understand how folks can kill these kids. And you got time served, especially that daggone chick Casey Anthony. Oh Jesus, I don't know how she is still breathing. How is she still breathing for that woman killing her damn baby and then partying and stuff like that, getting all turned up? Then all of a sudden somebody took my baby, and then you want to blame it on black folks. I said, see, I'm getting tired of that. But it's just all those different things that are taking place. You are really seeing it. And a lot of times I just look at stuff sideways, and I'm like telling my higher self, you see this mess? Like, yeah, girl, I see it. Okay. And just keep it moving. Just really keep it moving. Allow myself, oh, I peeped that. I'm not falling for that trap, and just allowing yourself to keep moving, just allowing yourself to keep moving. And it is just allowing yourself to just say, you know what, I can't deal with this anymore. And it's just like a lot of times we don't understand when things are coming at you really hard right now, and it's really like just straight poking. It's just like when you tell somebody to stop poking you, they're going, because you don't like that. Next, they go all the way out their way to just keep poking. It's going to get to that point, and not to that point where you ready to slap the Holy Spirit out of them, beat, you know, preach heaven and beat the heaven an issue for me. And this is how I know this is true, because it's like confirmations is coming at you all different type of ways. Now this morning, when I was, went back and, started replying to everybody's comments that I didn't reply to, or these were the ones from throughout the day that I didn't deal, I didn't see yet. But this song, I love Evanescence, and it was a song called Going Under, and it's all about allowing, she was ending a very toxic relationship. And this is something that, even though she's dead, kept approaching that, she kept drowning herself. Drowning herself was no longer healthy for her. So she had to allow herself to break away. She had to be able to know, you looking for somebody to save you got to look in the mirror, because you became your own superhero. You became that one that was going to conquer getting out of the mess that you have placed yourself into or guided yourself into. Never feel bad for sending love towards people when you did not receive it back. Never be embarrassed when you truly tried to give that person love and you wanted to receive that back. All those different things, it brought you towards a lot of lessons. And it's not for you to just cut off, if you're, feeling like, because there's people that always say all men are dogs or all women are hoes. And not everybody is like that. But if you don't change the filter on what you're searching for, don't be surprised that that's going to come up every time, you try to go hook up with somebody. Everything is happening for a reason. It's like right now, if you have gotten out of a toxic relationship and you are finally all the way out of it, big kudos to you. I am so happy for you. Don't allow your butt to go back. Don't go back to something that knocked you down. God finally got you out of that. Don't go back to what knocked you down. You do better. You see better. You focus on something better. Change the way you change the people that you got to change that filter setting. If you were like, oh, I like this, and that, a lot of times that, these people want to be able to get these people, women that are, everything is perky, everything is, perfect. And then you end up getting with somebody and they shallow is all shallow, and then, you know, then if these women, they always want these, rock star types, or no offense, daddy, I felt that sideways side eye, but I'm just saying, these ones that you see, on these, Instagrams, they got these Instagram models. They can be men and women, and it's not, you can be the prettiest and most handsome person out there and still have a heart that holds so much ugliness. And a lot of people feel like, okay, yeah, that person's pretty, but if that attitude and that energy they got, it makes them, they have more ugly in them than they do pretty, until they allow themselves to change that. So, you're allowing yourself to break free, because right now these things are going to come on you heavy. You see my light in my face that keeps changing. I'm telling y'all, when I'm saying my energy is shifting, see, it got bright again, and then it goes down, it goes bright, it goes brown, down a little bit. That's what I meant to say, But yeah, I was listening to this song, and it was like back to back, because I heard, I really love Kelly Clarkson, and I never knew why I connected with her, because it's different when you were not spiritually awakened and you see a song and you really feeling it. But then after that awakening hits, all those songs and movies and stuff start hitting different, because it's sending you messages and confirmations. This is what's taking place in your life. These are the things, or what are doing, and what's doing for you. And she was singing the song Breakaway. And this song was about her saying goodbye to her past. It hurts her, it scares her, because if you're so used to living your life in a certain way for a long period of time, when that change comes through, when you're allowing yourself to step forth in that change, it's very scary, because you're so used to certain things being a certain way. But this is the time that you need to be loving you. If you're in a situation that it's not holding it good for you, you have to allow yourself to remain strong. Even though if you're so used to certain things in your life, you have to allow yourself to break free of that. you know there's so many good things that's coming your way, but you have to allow that to be set free. And I tell myself that all the time. Set yourself free from that. You don't have no chains on you. Those invisible, those chains that are on you, the lock is not locked. So you allow yourself to take that lock off and drop them chains because the sky is the limit. It's only about what you're trying to go through. You have to, when people are showing those things to you, you have to pray for folks like that. And there's a lot of people I've had to deal with in a that were really like that. They always had so much judgment about me, but then that Heyoka, we had that Heyoka charm, and it's like the vibrations. It's like everything you saying about me is really about yourself, you know. And it is just like I'm always that type of person. Hey, I don't mind corrective criticism, but if it comes along with that passive aggressive, type thing, I tend to cut that off. There's people that I know that have done a 360, and I'm so proud of them. There was people that did a 160, if you want to, what is like a 130. I'm gonna say a 130, not a 160, but a 130. Um, and they were evolving, but they still had their focus on the wrong thing. You can't change and say, "Oh, I'm changing," but you're still focusing and you're still focusing on justice. And it got to that point, and then they hit below the belt with me and said I was narcissistic. I said, "Baby, I'm not narcissistic. I may be reformed. I had my narcissistic vibes because that's what I was exposed to. But when I allowed myself to be, at fault for my own personal actions and was able to be honest about that, I had to allow myself to change. Like, I always tell people, you ain't got to agree with what I'm talking about. That's what friends do. We don't have to always agree on everything. You have your views just like I have my views. But if your views is always talking about getting back at things, you're going to still be in that same situation because you're too busy worrying about direct you on healing yourself, focusing on yourself, on evolving, allowing yourself to heal where healing takes place. Because there are certain parts of us that were on a low self-esteem just because of the things you have in different things, you know. And I had to deal with that with my kids because I don't push that off of my kids. I see my oldest one go through it and it breaks my heart because I try so hard to help her. But you only can do so much. A person has to be wanting to do that on their own. And sometimes they don't know how to do it that way, but I had to allow myself, I'm very honest about that. I ain't gonna blame, even though I've been exposed to a lot of things, that's all I knew. I showed love until it came to that certain point where I was showing love. But it was like my mom tried to love me the best way she could, but I knew she was also doing what inner demons on what her ex-husband was pushing on her, what he was doing to me, and she really couldn't say nothing because she ain't had the proof to back it up. All these different things is taking place in life where, I used to be emotionally triggered by the things that has taken place, and I'm allowing myself to heal on that. I'm a work in progress, and I always tell that, I'm not, ashamed of sitting up here, you know, um, holding my own self responsible for the things I've done. If I feel like I'm wrong, I'm going to apologize. I've always been that way. But when it came to people that was supposed to be that reflection, that crude reminder, that harsh reminder of what I forgot about myself, it was all about me always apologizing when they don't never feel like they did anything wrong. And I always tell people, if people do stuff to you and they don't never tell you sorry, that means they're not. So, but you have to allow yourself to take that sorry you never got and go on. Don't be worried about an explanation. Don't be worrying about hearing an apology because a lot of times that's what that person was sent in your life to do. And a lot of times when you see the things that's taking place with their low frequency, sometimes it could be a double-edged sword. Some things that you probably doing the same thing that they're doing, but you're seeing it on the outside source. You're seeing it on the external of what goes on in your life on the internal. But there's a lot of times they're also connecting with you just to be able to strengthen you and remind you of something you have forgotten. And these things are making you stronger, and it's going to get to that point like, shoot, I'm changing and you still ain't. Remind me of that song, or what is the Good Life by G Easy and Daggone Kalani. I love that song because every time I level up, that song pops up. And it's just like, how you going to evolve when your background crew is going to stay the same? You can't do that. And a lot of times people feel like, oh, you don't forgot where you came from, or you acting like you better than us. No, my chain. If you still at that point where you're trying to brag about things and stuff like that, I was always told growing up by my mom, when people brag about stuff a lot like that, you ain't used to having nothing. When you ain't used to having nothing, you want people to envy you. And that's all I seen when it came to my mom's ex and his wife. They bragged about stuff, but as quiet as kept, hell, that was mine. You don't bragged about some shit that you don't sit up here and stole from me just to be able to go, flaunt. And it's at that I was at that point. I was just like, oh Lord, y'all are just so shallow. It's like, and then wonder why. And I used to, had a tickle when she done sit up here and said somebody stole something. I said, I bet that'll teach you to quit bragging about stuff. I said, when you already know, it's just like when they always used to try to make sure that I lived out my worst fear, and they don't even realize that mess is about to ricochet. And you about to live your worst fear. The worst fear they always talk about. Oh, I'm always scared to go to jail. Then why the hell is your dumb ass up here doing some very illegal shit that where you probably end up dying in a pen? Why would you do that to yourself? But it was just like whatever God and judge and jury got for them, it is. I always said, I always tell my family, my friends of family, I don't wish them to go to jail. I don't wish them to do nothing. I want everybody to know what they did. I want you to go ahead and be walking around like I had to walk around frequency. They needed their ego to be fed when they're bragging about constant stuff, and it was just like, being around y'all made me break out in hives. I can't be fake like that. I can't even fake a hello. I can't fake a relationship. I can't do any of that. Because if I just don't like you, hey, what's up? Keep it going short and sweet. Like, damn, Roslynn, that's dry. It is real dry, like sandpaper dry. Because I really don't have anything to say to you. I can still be cordial, but that don't mean I'm going to invest in trying to make a relationship. But you already see what you about. I already see what your hidden intentions are. But you're allowing yourself to cut cords with that. You don't have to be angry about anything that somebody's done to you. The most foulest, volatile, trife, gutter butt stuff that they have ever done. Allow yourself to smile and keep walking. Because shoot, truth is told, you ain't got to get back at them. You don't put all your has bees, in the power of one on them. All you gotta do is pray for them folks and allow yourself to keep moving. Allow yourself to stay focused on your growth, where you trying to go, what milestones you trying to reach, what goals you trying to take down, going through your bucket list, doing new things and new hobbies. They're allowing yourself to focus on that and not the folks that's trying to bring you down or try to keep you where they're at. And that's why I'm doing my new thing now, allowing myself to enjoy life, even though I might be going through a lot of different things in my life. Don't mean like my life is always going to be this way. When I allow myself to focus on parting ways with nothing that's no longer serving me, allowing myself to laugh at things that makes me smile, allowing myself to do things that makes me proud of myself, you know doing better things in my life, not allowing me to worry about how somebody's treating me, what they're doing, what they're trying to stop me from, because that's basically makes giving that energy to make it come reality. When you're allowing yourself to focus on evolving, elevating, ascending towards greatness. When you're allowing yourself to do that, that low frequency goes away. You're not able to, it's like a foreign language to you on what they're doing, because they stayed that way. And they were comfortable that way. If they want to sit up here and be their own chaos in the making, allow them to do that. But love them from a distance. You ain't got to love them close. Even when it's family, and a lot of times we feel like because it's family that we need to accept that. Who the hell said that? You can still love them from a distance. It's like when it comes to me and my family, with everything that's going on. I call my mom. My mom is the only family I got part of that. And it's not because the fact is what is taking place. Well, it does in my life, and they see who I'm related to. Either they try to stay in my life and say, oh, you can tell me about all your problems. I said, oh, and you want a handout. That's what you're wanting. Or you want to try to keep me from something, or you trying to know something so you can go run back and tell them, to be one step ahead of me. No, I'm good. I just commit my mom and the powers that be in my soul family is my family. When it came to everybody like that, I don't know if you were in that or you knew about it. So since I don't know who did what and what's been said, I just cut all y'all off. It ain't gonna hurt me. It's not gonna make my heart skip a beat. And I said I started steering away from them a long time ago and didn't even know why. So, but it's just allowing myself to evolve, allowing myself to become what I want, what I choose, what I'm being guided and led to, and not look back, but also allow myself to see where I was and knowing I can never go back to that. You're better. So I hope you were able to resonate with the content of this video, y'all. Stay blessed, stay safe, stay clean, stay sanitized. I would love to give a post notification shout out. Let me see, to Daniela Lakey and Danielle Humphrey, much love to you, and James Wade, much Much love and eternal soul. Much love to you as well. If you're new to the channel, welcome. It's so good to have you. And I hope all is well. If you all can relate one way or another, and just being able to know, even those hard times going to make you achieve a lot of blessings you didn't even see coming, and the ones you haven't even asked for. So know that you are truly blessed, highly favored, and forever loved. And knowing there's always someone out there praying for your better days. Yes, like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. Tell somebody about the channel. Drop a line. I would love to give you a post notification shout out. Thank you for continuing to support me. I pray that everything that you're trying to achieve and manifest in life comes 100,000 times more than what you expected, and not even what you have asked for. And it comes so much sooner than you expected it to. So I will see you on my next video. If you want to, hit me up privately, find me on the Book of Faces up under my name. You can hit me up. I'm not accepting any friend requests, but you can stay connected with me on Messenger, and I'll help you out the best way I can. And if I can, I'll send you towards the direction that will help you. And whatever we speak on is private. So I will see you on my next video. Much love to you. Peace and be wild.